In other news, new this morning, a new report from the American Lung Association is urging Maine lawmakers to focus on increasing taxes on all tobacco products.
We are taking an in-depth look at that report and the grades Maine received. Joining us now live is Lance Boucher from the American Lung Association. Lance, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Good morning. Thanks for having us on to talk about the report today.
Yeah, can you start by explaining the goal of this annual report?
Sure. So this is our 23rd annual State of Tobacco Control report. And this report evaluates state and federal efforts to eliminate tobacco use and save lives with proven effective tobacco control policies. So we take a look at both the federal and state government, how they're doing, and issue grades on an A to F scale for every state.
So your report graded Maine in 5 different areas. Can you go over those scores with us and what they mean exactly?
Sure, exactly. The report does look at 5 areas, and I guess starting at the top with the 2 best grades for Maine, funding for state tobacco prevention programs. The US CDC recommends every state to have a level of funding for a program, and the program does many things. It does the counter marketing and education to youth about the dangers of tobacco use and nicotine addiction and vaping, but it also funds tobacco treatment for those who are currently using tobacco products and make a quit attempt. So 2 categories there. The funding, Maine receives an A. We're one of a few states in the nation that receive an A grade, and we are the only state that actually funds the program at the level recommended by the US CDC. So that is definitely the bright spot in the Maine report card. And the other category that we receive an A is coverage for access to services to quit tobacco. So the Maine Tobacco Helpline is one of the best resources in the country. So anyone out there listening who is currently using tobacco, urge them to visit the mainquitlink.com. And there are free resources from counseling to nicotine replacement therapy that is available to Mainers. And that's because we have a very well-funded tobacco treatment program. So those are 2 of the grades that we receive an A in.
How do you think Maine is doing compared to previous years?
Well, we definitely have some places that we can improve. Since we've been doing this for 23 years, back in 2005, Maine received straight A's on our report card. We're the only state in the country to ever do that, but those grades have slipped over the past few decades. So we definitely have some categories now that we have room for an improvement on. One of the ones that's most talked about is the level of state tobacco taxes. Maine last increased its cigarette tax in 2005, so it's been 2 decades since we increased the price of cigarettes through taxation. And we know, and it's a proven policy, that increasing the price of tobacco products is an effective way to reduce tobacco use. It prompts those who are currently using cigarettes and tobacco to make a quit attempt, and also increasing that price takes them out of the reach of young Mainers to stop initiation. So that's a place that we have a C. We're very hopeful that the proposed dollar increase that was in the governor's budget goes through the legislature, because increase in price is one of the best policies we can do to prevent tobacco use in the future.
How do you feel like we stack up compared to other states across the country? Are there other states that we can learn from?
Well, there's one of the policies that we receive an F on, and it's had a lot of traction and discussion in Maine over the past couple of years, is ending the sale of flavored tobacco products. That's a place where we have an F. We've had a few communities across Maine, Portland, Bangor, Rockland, Hallowell, who have taken local ordinances. And over the past few years, we've tried to get a statewide bill because we want to protect kids from Kittery to Madawaska. And unfortunately, it stalled in the legislature last year. The Senate gave it a favorable vote, but it did not emerge from the House. So we've had a couple of states that have passed that policy. It is one of the best policies that we can pursue to stop youth initiation, because we know that 90% of kids who are using a tobacco product are seeking those flavored tobacco products.
What do you think is the most important change that needs to happen?
Well, there's no one silver bullet. So tobacco prevention, that's why we have 5 categories. A lot of these policies work together and in tandem. So we've got the well-funded program. We need to make sure that we maintain that funding. One of the ways to do that is to increase the tax and use the revenue, and then address flavors, because those are attractive to kids. When you see candy flavored and fruit flavored products, that is what is addicting kids, getting them started and addicting them to nicotine and setting them up for a lifetime addiction.
And is there a website where more resources are available for people who want to read this report and just find out more about prevention and the grades that Maine received?
Exactly. Our website, lung.org, has the full report. You can see the grades. Also, our tobacco helpline, our helpline at 1-800-LUNG-USA can connect individuals to the resources to help them make a quit attempt.
Well, we have 10 seconds left. The tax on cigarettes, where does that money go to? Is it a general fund or to fight tobacco use, or where does it exactly go?
Well, there are general fund dollars that go to the tobacco program. So increasing the tax goes to help individuals make a quit attempt and support some of the programs to do so.
All right, Lance, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you for your interest.